Right guys, so we just wanted to make this quick video in regards to our previous investigation, just explaining a few things and showing some footage that some people have requested to see. So let's go into the folder where all the footage is kept. So this is my footage here, that's Mark's. We've got the interviews there, we've got the audio from the lapel mics, the little mics that clip on. But we won't be going into that audio as we don't need to. It's more visual stuff. So I'll go into my footage. So this is all the B-roll footage that I took. This is the investigation here. And that's a 53 gigabyte file and it's 1 hour, 19 minutes long. And then we'll go to Mark's, which is just one file. It's 52 gig. And his is 1 hour, 19 minutes long. So he was recording for longer than I was, which is usually the case because Mark doesn't know how to shut a camera off. But it's good in a way, to be fair, because things could happen and we might capture that moment as we did with the brush. So it's good that we always record all the way through. We never stop. So I want to show you some of this B-roll footage. It just shows the position of the brush, so I'll drop this in here, zoom in there. So let's have a look, zoom in. So as you can see, this is the brush here. Let me just bring that up a little bit. There we go. So this is just a B-roll shot. The brush actually wasn't meant to be in the shot. It's actually causing a little bit of blurriness in the shot. And did you see that blurriness there? That's why I never used that B-roll shot. But I did use a shot. And the brush, I believe, is actually still in there. It just doesn't blur the camera. I think it was this one. Let's have a look. Yeah, so the brush is still there. You can just about see it. But this time it doesn't blur the camera. So I go with that shot, and I believe that that's the shot I used in the video. But I don't think I used it in its full entirety. So I think I used it from like here or something. I can't remember without watching the video back, but yeah. So you can see the angle that the brush is at, just there. So you can see that it's on a slant. It's an angle. Let's have a look, see what else we've got. See if this shows the brush. No, that's just showing the pews. I do believe there is another shot that shows the brush. It's not that one. So as you can see, guys, it's still daylight when I was shooting the B-roll shot. So this was actually shot before the investigation. So you can see that the brush was at that angle before we even started the investigation. Oh, here we go. I think this shows the brush just about. Let's have a look. Let's zoom in on this. Yeah, so you can just see the brush there, guys. Let me just zoom that in. Yeah, you can just make it out there. It's so dark, but you can make it out. You can just see there. So it doesn't help that it was so dark in there. Let's see if we got another one. What's this one? No, that one doesn't show it. Maybe one of the, I'm pretty sure one of these there we go, I think. Have we got it? Let's have a look. I believe we do. I think that might be it. Just two walls lit red and the others all white. It looks fucking doesn't show it. That one doesn't either. I do believe that one of these does show. There we go. There we see the light, because I've got a light in that corner there, so you can see it just reflecting off there. So this one actually shows it more clearly. And if I can zoom, there we go. You've got a nice clear shot of that. And you can see, guys, that it's still daylight outside, so you know that this is shot before the investigation starts. I'll zoom that right up for you. And there you can just see it there. And you can still make out that it's, you know, it's on an angle. So let's get into the investigation part. So I'll clear these ones off there. So the investigation, I'll drop that in there. So you'll be able to see here. Let me just pull that all the way back. That it's over an hour long, and it's 1 hour, just over 1 hour 19 minutes, and this is just my footage here. So we can go back. Keep going back. So obviously you can see there's no cuts in there, guys. It's pure raw footage. So we're back here now. Are we going to have the cameras though, or are we both going to hold them this time?
It's up to you. If you want. Or do you want me to hold it and then...
I don't know why they keep one at the back here.
I was going to say, because if there's noises here, mate, you know what
yeah,
I mean? He's going to pick it up anyway, on the mic.
Yeah, we don't want to be messing, do we?
No.
Right, I'll leave this here then, but the only problem is when we turn to face this way.
Facing this way, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we're going to be away from the IL.
So I'm just going to pause this here, guys, just so I can explain. We were actually going to leave a camera on the back wall, like we had done earlier in the night. But the issue was, I knew that I was going to be stood up in that pew area, where you see me standing on the investigation, pointing down. And the IR lens, the IR light, if that was sitting in the middle of the chapel at the back, it would literally blind everything. I mean, it was bad enough where Mark was sitting. But you'll see it play out, guys. So I'm heading up to the pew now. No. God, yeah, just be careful, man, because it's so slippy. Yeah. Nearly falling over. Just move it forward, just so that we're not dragging it out, guys. So anyway, I go up to. Oh, there we go.
I can't see anything in there, Paul.
Actually, get that other camera. Get the other one. Just be careful. Just put your torch on. So you can see the brush. Brush is still there, guys.
Hang on.
Wait.
We're both sitting there.
Yeah, we'll put this IR light on and just illuminate the back. So there we go. You can see that's a nice clear shot of the brush, actually. So you can see that it's still at an angle. See that none of us have touched it.
I'm going to go to the top, you know. Yeah. You sit there where you're safe. You stay where you're safe.
So this is where Mark moves to sit down.
Yeah.
So you can just make out the brush there. I'm just going to point that out for you guys. I'm going to zoom in. I just think it's important that I'm constantly showing the brush so that you know that it's not being moved. You know that nothing's being connected to it. I just want to make it clear.
Just turn it off now, put it all the other stuff, mate.
So Mark's just turning off the big IR light because it's just blinding the other camera. Skipping through. Skip through. Here we go. So as you can see, I mean, it's just bad enough there where Mark's shining his light towards my camera and it just literally blinds the cameras. So I'm just going to show you that Mark doesn't go nowhere near the brush. He's turned that eye all out, he's picked his camera up. And he's coming right next to me, so I tell him move the other way. There you go. He's moving the other way. As you can still see the brushes there, guys.
People have reasons to sit back and cheers, don't they?
There we go. So I'm gonna, because I'm zoomed in there still, I'm gonna put that back to 100%. Oh, hang on, I need 1920 by 1080. There we go. So ghost tube's on. I'm at Mark sat at the back of the church there, and he doesn't move from there. We can just see the brush there. I'm going to zoom back in just to show you, so you can see it's there, guys. You can just make it out. Zoom that one back out. 100. So now this is where we're calling out. Obviously you can see in the footage, guys, no cuts whatsoever. Raw footage. And the brush is already foul by the look of it. Here we go. So
the age that Mark wishes he was. 48. Alright, Mark?
Yes.
Whoa, fuck off! What was that?
The room's fell over. The room's fell over. Now that has not moved all night.
And it's so loud, guys. It's so loud. So I'm going to take you to where Mark tries to manipulate what happened.
Game with force.
That's how it went, mate. Yo, try and change yours, but you put it back up again. Because that's, God's, it's not foul. It was like that.
It wasn't actually. That position Mark's put it in, it wasn't at that much of an angle. It was more up than that. I think he actually moves it back up, or I move it backwards.
It's just not possible, is it? It's not
No,
possible.
that's not possible to move. Impossible. How it was landing like that. If it
Here we go, to see. Skim
not
forward.
fall, it's impossible for that to fall. Look.
And the wind's fucking.
That's more the angle it was at.
Since we've been in here a good 2 hours. So why suddenly?
This is one of those where you have to be.
So we do try and. There is a part where Mark tries to manipulate it moving again.
Tap just like as if it was a breeze. Look, it's falling back.
So push it forward.
So you can see there, breeze. So let's bear in mind that the microphones are right near the brush now. And it sounds quite loud, but let's go back to the actual time it happened. And it sounds at the same volume, if that makes sense. So it actually sounds as though it potentially could have been a lot louder than a natural fall of the brush.
You see a green light and a red light.
I'm just trying to point everything out to you guys.
Towards the light. And a flash. And that will represent your
Just don't want it to drag on, so I'm trying to get through it as much as I can. That's where it's already foul. There we go.
The age that Mark wishes he was.
So listen to the sound.
48. Alright, Mark?
Yes.
Whoa, fuck
It's
off!
so
What was
loud.
that?
The room's fell over.
Sorry about the language, guys. But But if you listen to how loud that is, it seems like it's forced to me. And that's what really threw me off. Because for me to be at the back of... I know that sound travels, guys, and it echoes in there. You know, it's a church. The acoustics are amazing for it. It is what it is. It's stone, so it echoes like mad. But it's just so loud. And it doesn't seem as though it fell. It seemed as though it was pushed with force. So, Ray, I hope this answers your questions for you. Throughout the entire video, you will see the brush. I can promise you that. You will see the brush, like I have pointed out. And I do call it a brush because I've always known it to be a brush. So if I just come back, obviously it's still there, and that's the exact angle. Now, Ray, you did have a very, very valid point. But the way you put it across wasn't too good, to be fair. So you didn't get a very polite response from me. But you did make a valid point that if you do look at the brush at the bottom, it is slightly, when you look at it, yeah, corroded sort of thing, worn away. But would that cause it to fall forward without any force? So without any wind, could that fall forward? Because there was no wind coming in there. So, you know, you got a valid point that it is quite worn away one side, and I get that. But the angle that it's sitting at, I don't think it's possible, to be fair. So yeah, when you Ray, when he said that we got really excited about a broom or a brush, I like to call it, falling forward, yes, we did get excited because, for one, we know that we didn't manipulate it in any way. Two, we knew that there was no wind coming through the building. And three, as far as we're well aware, we looked everywhere, there was no animals in there. And the fact that we hardly get any activity at all, for something like that to happen, was amazing. Not only that, we had the knock in there, Mark's feelings as well. When you put it all together, it was just an incredible experience, and we were there to witness it. So yeah, I hope this clears things up for you, Ray. Also, you mentioned, why did you not have a camera on the brush? Well, why would we record a brush? I just don't, I don't get why we'd put a static cam on a brush. Wouldn't that make it... Let's say if we put a static cam on the brush and the brush moved, we staged it, obviously, because that becomes the prime, that becomes the source, if you like. So what I'm trying to say is, the fact that we didn't catch it on camera should prove that we never manipulated it. Because if we were manipulating it and we did want it to move, we'd have caught that on camera. But yeah, like I say, people are going to say what they want. People are going to think what they want. But all we can do is provide you with the raw footage, like I have done here, guys. And show you the B-roll like I have. And take it as you will. But I want to take this time out to thank you all for watching. Appreciate your support. It's been absolutely incredible. And also, a happy new year to you all, and I hope it's a great one for you.